Welcome back on the AM show. Something heartwarming for you on a Friday morning. A group of 7 Ghanaians in the British Army. You'd be thinking they'd be massing up to do something else. But guess what? They're coming together to support the Accra Psychiatric Hospital with some essentials. And that for me is truly heartwarming. Joining us to elaborate on that conversation, we have Corporal Gordon Amwahi's with the British Army, together with Corporal Richmond Quating, also of the British Army. I was just having a good laugh with them right before we came on Kwesi Quating. But Richard and Gordon, a very good morning to you. Thank you for joining us on the show.
Good morning to you too, it's your cherished listeners.
I am curious. Yeah. You could have massed up resources to do anything.
Yeah.
You decided to come to the support of the Accra Psychiatric Hospital. How did this idea come about? I'll start with you, Gordon.
Thank you. And good morning to your listeners and viewers. So basically, this is something we've been doing for a while. 2 years ago, we did an orphanage. And so,
an orphanage here in Ghana?
In Ghana.
Okay.
Yeah, Royal Seed Orphanage in Kasua area. Okay, so every time we finish, we take stock and decide on what we want to do next. Mental health is a big issue in the military, in the UK Army, because we have soldiers having PTSD and suffering from so many disorders.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's something that is dear to our heart. And we know that in Ghana as well, there's a kind of a stigma when it comes to mental health issues. Okay, people think it's all about going crazy.
Yeah.
It's not. You can be stressed and be mentally imbalanced, okay, which you may need to take attention. So we're just creating the awareness to make people know and feel that there's help out there. If you ever find yourself in a certain situation which mentally affects you and impacts on how your day-to-day work goes, there's help available.
And, you know, we take certain things for granted. For example, in this industry, waking up at a certain time of morning. I've done this for almost 9 years.
That's right.
Sometimes people take it for, it has its own issues.
So,
and like you said, the stigma, the stereotype.
Yeah.
In recent times, I have seen musicians cancel events on the back of mental health.
Yeah.
Simone Biles, the American gymnast.
That's
you know,
right.
she went for years on the back of getting the twisties, mental health.
Yeah.
I just read yesterday about a basketballer who ended his career at 26 on the back of mental health. He just didn't feel, you know, this was. So it's a crucial aspect that here we often take for granted, and we don't have the structures, really. But coming to you, Richmond, what you're a part of this team of 7. What got you inspired to come on board and even do something like this?
Right, so initially, when we, first of all, I was kind of the one who had the initiative. So he's my brother. So I called him and I was like, Gordon, this is what I want to do. What do you think? And he said, oh, there are other people as well who want to get involved. So that was how come the 7 of us came involved.
All of you are military officers in the UK?
Yeah.
That's right.
Right. Are all of you Ghanaian?
Yeah. We are all Ghanaians. So we've got Corporal Kwetia, Corporal Ameju, Corporal Osedu, and Corporal Sanisha and Corporal Kankam. So we all came together to do this, and it's been amazing. I want to say a big thank you to 4 Brigade, because they've also been help. The moment we made it aware to them that we want to do this, they came on board, and then the kind of support we received from them, it was massive. So we really appreciate that, and everyone because we created Just Giving Fund to raise money for these charity events, and the kind of help or the kind of money people donated to support. This tells us that the people out there are also concerned about the mental health of people, and this is not going to be the last. We will do more to support mental health.
In recent times, I hosted an event, the Ghana Giving Summit. I think I should get you connected so that all these philanthropic acts can come under one umbrella. That's the whole thing, thought behind it, the Ghana Giving Summit. But I'm also a bit. This is on the lighter side. corporal this, corporal that. All of you are from Ghana. So we now, how many corporals will be left in the Ghana Army? That was just on the lighter side. But Gordon, coming back to you, so you're going to do this. You say you're delivering essentials to the Accra Psychiatric Hospital.
Yes.
What can we look forward to? And when, maybe, is this going to happen?
Okay, so a big thank you to Professor Pinaman Apau. She's the director, CEO of Accra Psychiatric Hospital, as well as a nurse there, Francisca. She's been the liaison between us and the hospital. Okay, so we approached them, and we didn't want to give them something they do not need. So what we set out was, okay, what do you need? What essentials do you need? So they provided us with a list.
A list
Of some essential items: hospital equipment, stethoscopes, BP monitors, diabetes monitors, and a lot of other stuff. Okay, so we've got all these lined up, and the program is tomorrow, which is the 9th of December, 9 o'clock is when it's happening. We go in there, we got some toiletries as well, we got some food items as well, because it's Christmas, okay? Right. It's a time for giving, it's a time to make merry as well, okay? And we'll be donating all these items. As part of this as well, to create further awareness, we are doing a mini documentary, okay? So our journey from the UK, where we set out physical activities, okay, like press-up challenges, 300 press-ups a day for 30 days. Okay, we did runs and cycling and all that just to create that awareness. All these will be captured in a mini documentary, which will come out later on.
I see. Those are some very interesting dynamics. So it even goes beyond the list of essentials, core essentials. Yeah. You're going to donate food items, among others, exactly, in the spirit of the season, in the spirit of Christmas. Just to give you a bit of a background for those of you watching, per the data, an estimated 10% of Ghanaians have common mental health conditions. In some statistics, quote, more. Now, if we're looking at 10%, and you look at a population of about 31 million, that tells you about 3 million plus are suffering from some sort of mental health issue. And these can be workers, these can be people who are not working, it can be people at home. While 1 to 3% have severe mental health conditions such as schizophrenia. You don't want to get to that point. And only 2% of such persons will receive treatment. Only 2%. So that tells you about the mental health needs in our country and how we're failing to fill the gap. And that's where our brothers come in with what they are doing. So from your end, Richmond, looking at, I'm sure going round and coming to Ghana, in fact, having been here, you are fully aware of how mental health is seen here and the challenges. Mm-hmm. Any mental health, in fact, the Mental Health Authority itself, if you go and ask them, they'll tell you it's seriously challenged. So what do you think then is the way forward, even beyond what you are doing?
For me, I think there are people normally say, many are mad, but few are roaming. Mental health is not just as we said earlier, it's not just about people roaming around the street. If you feel something is not right in you, speak to someone. That is why, because we don't talk to people, that is why we've got a lot of these suicide and all that. So if you feel there's something not right in you, find confidence in someone, speak to someone. And then I think that is another way that is going to help curb these mental health issues.
And sometimes that is the issue, the someone to speak to.
Yeah.
And that points to the other side of the problem in Ghana, which is the professionals, whether a psychiatrist or a psychologist that you can speak to. Because sometimes it may even be at work. Something is going on. It could be harassment. It could be the pressure of the work. It could be so many things, even in your line of work. Sure. I have friends who have been in the UK Army who were in, Iraq or Afghanistan, among other places.
Yeah.
And you mentioned PTSD. Trust me, it's a reality.
Massive.
So if you take it, and in that jurisdiction, you have those who will counsel you, but sometimes you don't always have that in our part of the world. And these are challenges that are faced. Final words, gentlemen. Gordon, Richmond, I'll start with you, Gordon.
So as we said, our units, individual units, okay, we are not from the same unit. Right. Richmond and I, we are from the same unit.
But the others?
4 brigade. The others have different units. And the support from them has been great and massive. Right. These are individuals who are passionate about mental health. People have taken their hard-earned cash to give back to society. Okay, people that know next to nothing about Ghana. Okay, so we want to say a big thank you to our units, our chain of commands. My boss, W1 Longden, okay, he's been a great help. Dr. Pennerman as well, now Professor, great help, okay, because we've been liaising with them and they have actually shown us the great stuff that they are doing. So we want to thank everybody who's contributed in one way or the other to make this journey as eventful as it's going to be tomorrow.
Right. And for you, Richmond, final word?
My final words is I also plead with the government to at least subsidize the rehabilitation of the mental health facilities. That will make it easier for people to be able to seek help, because if it's expensive, definitely it's going to be hard for the ordinary Ghanaian to seek help. So that would be my plea, that the government should help and subsidize the treatment, so it will be easier for people to be able to get the help that they need.
Right. I have a final bit for you. This just came to mind. In the UK, you wouldn't see people roam the streets who are not of sound mind like we see here. All over town, which in itself is a security hazard, because if someone like that does something to you, they are not fully conscious of what they're doing. What do you think about that? What do you think we can do as a country here in Ghana?
I think it goes lower to families. Individual families, okay, should be concerned about their family members. They should take the initiative, okay? If you see a family member who is going in their unusual way, because it starts gradually. Yeah. People withdrawing, okay, being reclusive, okay, people being depressed, not really getting involved in activities that they used to get involved with. There are tell signs that you can see. Yeah. So families should get involved. The church should get involved, okay, to support these people. And then also, the larger picture, the government should provide the support system. There's a lot being done by institutions of government, but I think more can be added onto it.
Do you have any thoughts on that? If not, we can wrap.
Yeah, that's all right with me. I think my brother has said it all, and hopefully we're going to see changes from now on.
All right. But congratulations to your team of seven for this great gift. And of course, the others who are not even Ghanaian, like you mentioned W.O. Longden, was donated together with all these others. Sometimes your money goes places you don't know, but it's all for a good cause. And we're grateful that you've tackled something this crucial to our national life, mental health. So that is the team of seven. At least two of them here represented. They are in the British Army, and they are here to support the Accra Psychiatric Hospital with some essentials and even more food, among other things, in the spirit of Christmas. Those who joined us for this conversation, Corporal Gordon Amwa and Corporal Richmond Kwarting, both of them with the British Army. In the spirit of Christmas, what are you going to do this year? Times are hard, yes, but like someone mentioned at the summit I was making mention of recently. In other words, if you want to wait till you have enough money before you do any good, you will never do anything good. Stay with us when we return on the show. We'd love to hear from you in terms of what you think about all the discussions we've had today. And maybe you'd be telling me that you've been touched and you want to donate to some entity, and we'd be very glad to help you get there. We'll be right back after the break.